Hello and welcome to another screencast from Express Thoughts. We're going to be continuing on our series on how to work with maps in Drupal. For this tutorial, we're going to be using the openlayers map module to create maps, and we're going to be using that in combination with the Geo Fields module. For the openlayer, so this time of this tutorial, the latest version was version 7x 2.0 beta 5. However, when I was doing some testing with beta 5, alpha 3.0, and the development version, I seem to run into some couple of issues. I guess they're not that stable enough, so I decided to go for an earlier version. So for this tutorial, I was using I think only a 7x version 2.0 beta 3. So in case you're doing a tutorial and you seem to be running into issues with the most recent version, I would advise you to go to an earlier version like me. Alright, so what I've done is I've downloaded the module, the openlayer module and the geofield module. I've enabled my geofield module, and the openlayers module I have enabled. So let's go ahead and begin our tutorial. So the first thing you want to do is create a new content type. So we're going to add a new content type. We're going to be calling it maps. So let's create a new type of maps, and let's click on save and add fields. Once our content type has been created, the next thing we want to do is create a geo field. So I've got my geo field geolocation. I'll call it geolocation. I'll be using a field type of geo field and a widget of openlayers map. Go ahead and click on the save button. I'll click on save field settings. Alright, once this is done, I'll set this as a required field. I'll leave every other setting just the way they are, and I'll click on save settings. Right, since our content type has been created, let's go ahead and add some fields. Let's add a new content of type maps. Our code is destination 1. This is going to be destination 1, or let's use branch. Let's use branch office 1. This is going to be branch office 1. And what we're gonna do is let's look at what we can use. I'm gonna be using Europe as usual. Right, you have to zoom in Africa. I will be using United Kingdom. I'm gonna be zooming in, and here is London. Right, so I can go ahead and click on that and drag it here, and voila, it has that location for me. Once that's done, I click on save, and we will discover that's created those points for me. So let's go ahead and add some, but 2 other ones. Let's create 2 other branch office quickly. Maps. Go to our home page. We should see our 3 branches listed. So the next bit is we're going to create a new view. Let's go to structure, views, and click on add new view. Let's call it openlayers, and let's use of type maps. For now, let's click on continue and edit. Let's go ahead and add fields. Okay, for this tutorial, before we create a page, we're going to create a new layer of a new display of openlayers overlay. I click on openlayers overlay, and once that's done, title, let's go ahead and add 2 more fields. I'll be adding my geolocation field and my body field. Click on apply. Nope. Click on apply. And nope. Yes, we're using WKT, and click on apply. Once that's done, the next thing you're going to do is change the formats. The format we're going to be using is the openlayers data overlay. Click on apply, And right, so your data source is going to be the WKT. The WKT field is going to be our geolocation. Our title field is going to be our title, and our description content is going to be the content body. Once that's done, let's go ahead and click on apply. Beautiful. So for now, don't get scared, nothing is coming up yet. Let's click on save. Once that's done, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to create a new map. So we go to structure, open layers, maps, and let us click on add. Right, so here's our new map. Let's give our map a title. Let's call it open tutorial. Map description, open tutorial. Width, we set it to auto. Height, like it to be 500. I leave every other thing the way it is. Next thing we're going to do is go to layers and styles, and I'm going to be doing enable and activated. And once that's done, I think we're ready to go. I'll click on save. You can go ahead and play around with all these other fields. You can decide to choose the center and bound. Right, and so our new map should be listed. It's called open tutorial. You can probably clone whatever other map you like. And so once it's done, let's go back to our views page. Let's create a new view. Views, let's go to open layer, and on our page display we're going to be using a format open layers map. I say this page and click on apply. We select our open tutorial map which we created, click on apply this display, and if we zoom out, we should find our 3 maps that we created appearing just there. And once that's done, the next thing we're going to do is click on part open layers and let's click on save. Once that's done, we can go ahead and view page, and we should find our page appearing here. However, we can't find our map, so we need to zoom out a little bit, and there it is. So let's go ahead and make this place the center point, so that we do not have to keep zooming in and out. So let's go ahead and do that. Click on that one, and we can copy these points. Copy. Let's go to open layers, maps, and maps. Scroll down, click on edit, and let's scroll down, choose layers, center and bounds. And what we're going to do is we are going to use a center point of that, and separate it with comma, and click on save. Now if we go back to our home page and click on what's the name of our view, let's go to our view and let's go to view page. Right, so now we have 3 branch views appearing in the middle. So that brings us to the end of this tutorial. I'll see you in the next lesson.